All right, everybody. Welcome to our Moving Up call number 1. I'm delighted you're either here in person. Alice and Chris, are you listening to the recording, which is Katie, Brianna, and who am I missing? Laura. So I'm glad that you'll be participating that way as well. Okay, well, we're going to start out with introductions. And Chris and Alice, I hope that you had a chance. And maybe what I'll have everybody do is then just share this on the group. But if you guys want to start out, one of you, did you see that where you live, or your name, where you live, how long you've been a consultant, your family, your day job, and your why with Tastefully Simple. Why are you doing Tastefully Simple? So who wants to start?
I can.
Okay, Chris.
Okay, so I am Chris Johnson. I live in Lidgerwood, North Dakota.
Where?
Lidgerwood, North Dakota.
Ledgerwood.
Yep.
Lidgerwood.
Yeah, like ridge. Let's see. What was the next thing?
Excuse me. Well, first of all, tell her where Lidgerwood would be. Alice,
It is.
How would you explain it to her, Chris?
It is on the North Dakota-South Dakota border, just north of Sisseton.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Or if you know where the Dakota Magic Casino is, I am 20 miles west of the casino.
Okay.
All right, Chris. How long have you been a Tastefully Simple consultant?
Which time?
Well,
This is my fourth time
I know when someone asks
being a
you
consultant.
what do you say?
I've been doing it off and on for, I figured that out this afternoon, 20 plus years.
Okay.
20. Wow.
Awesome.
Every time, I've joined 4 different times and just it kind of added up.
Yeah. Okay. What about your family? Share with us about your family, Chris.
Well, together, Dan and I have 7 kids. They're all adults. We have 6 grandkids.
Yep.
And my youngest grandson's birthday is today.
Oh.
Yep. I have 4. He has 2 grandkids. I teach in Sisseton, South Dakota at the middle school as a math teacher. And why do I get into Tastefully
But
Simple?
not why you got into it, Chris. What's your why today? Like why? Because it can change.
Why today?
Yeah. What is your, not why you did it when you started. What's your why with Tastefully Simple? Why are you doing it?
Oh, I want to build my business and be able to eventually quit teaching.
So build my business, quit your day job. So
Yep.
I'm going to invite you, not right this minute, like you don't have to verbalize it, but what does that mean? Like I'm assuming it perhaps means like I would like to make this much money each month. So I would just ask you, I mean, because you want to build your business. Yep.
Right.
Awesome. And you want to quit your day job. That's great. So if Jill was on the call, she'd say, let's break that down into a SMART goal. So I'm not going to have you do that right in a minute, but we will probably work on that later. And I want you just to think about what that would look like. Obviously you can't say 2,000 a month next month, but okay, awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. And Laura, welcome. We're just doing some introductions and we're going to have Alice go next.
Hi, I'm Alice Loddix. I live in Plymouth, Minnesota. I'm a South Dakota girl, so but I've been in the Twin Cities now way longer than I lived in South Dakota. So I've been with Tastefully Simple for 12 years, going on 12 years, I think.
Okay.
And my family. I have 2 daughters, both of which are grown and have their own families. I have my oldest daughter lives in Eden Prairie, and her 2 daughters are, well, Caden is just in her first year of college and Lillian is in high school now. And then Leah lives southeast of Mankato and she has a 5.5-year-old boy.
You have 3 grandchildren?
I have 3 grandchildren. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so my why.
Oh, wait, Alice. Your day job?
Oh, my day job. I'm retired.
Yay!
I retired last July. And I was working more than full time. So I kind of let my Tastefully Simple business slide because I would come home kind of exhausted from that. And so now that I'm retired, I'm looking to build my business back up again. And yeah, I've been giving some thought to what that means. And Sherry, you said we're going to talk about that a little later.
Yep.
Setting
So
goals
your
is
why
part
is,
of what we're doing here.
yeah, build your business. Build your business.
Right.
Business. Okay. Perfect.
Reopen my business.
Yep. There you go. Okay. Thank you, Alice. Laura, we don't see your smiling face, but can you hear us? Are you ready to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Sorry.
Did you look on the Facebook page, or do you know what you're saying? Or
Yeah, I can. Sorry, I just got back.
okay.
I was
we're
home
glad
at my
you're here.
parents' for the weekend, doing taxes of all things.
Oh,
Yeah, but anyway, I'm Laura. I have, similar to Chris, I was on a different team when I first joined. So altogether, I've been with Tastefully Simple for, I just figured this out. It's like, it's going on 7 years. This would be year 7. But like going on year 3 with this team.
Yeah. And Laura, you
and-
didn't share where you live.
Oh, sorry. I live in Bloomington. But my day job is, I'm a 3rd grade teacher at a charter school in Apple Valley. And in Minnesota, sorry if that wasn't clear. And then my why for doing Tastefully Simple is simply just because I love it. It brings me joy, and I love being a teacher and all of that stuff, but I also love like sharing products that I love. I love food. And it doesn't have to be like unhealthy or anything. And it can still be delicious. And it can still be easy, and meal prep doesn't have to be hard. And so that's kind of like why I love Tastefully Simple, is because it makes it so easy to eat well, for me anyway. And then why I am here in this group is because I have been with Tastefully Simple for 7 years, and I would like to grow my team more, and kind of just build up my business a little bit more. I've started to get momentum again, and so I don't want to lose that. So yeah.
Excellent. And the 4 of us were all together at Lead Strong virtually in Alexandria, weren't we? Chris,
Yes,
you came later, but I know you guys all, yeah, so excellent. Well, I'm glad you're here. And like I said, we also have Katie Hip joining us, and then the 2 Briannas, Brianna Schneeberger, Brianna, sorry if I said that wrong, and then Brianna Silverneck. So there's 6 of you total, and I as your facilitator. Okay, so just to remind you, the purpose of our group is, and I know this sounds like a lot, but it really isn't, to promote to Copper Leader by July 1st. We're going to talk about what a copper is in a minute, but we're going to really set some goals, and we're going to just help each other with tips and cheering each other on, okay? So that's really what this is about. Now just take a deep breath, and you know what? We got to have focus, and that is our goal. So to promote to Copper Leader by July 1st.
You know what?
So,
As long as I've been in this, I have never had a team.
well,
I don't even know how to build one.
Well, Chris, that is why you're here.
Yes.
I'm with you, Chris.
Yes, that is exactly why you're here. And now that you say that, Brianna Silverneck, I had reached out to her, and she's like, how can I do that if I don't have a team? I said, that's why we're doing it.
Right.
to help you do that. So,
Mhm.
okay, but knowledge is power, you guys. So do you, I don't know if you have access to this, or I'm sure you have it somewhere. Oh, there you go. So let's just talk briefly, because what is a Copper Leader with Tastefully Simple? Does anybody know without looking at the chart?
No.
It's you have to sell $500 a month, and your team has to sell 1,000.
Correct. And it's by the quarter. And the 2nd quarter is April, May, and June, right? And then when you achieve that, you promote July 1st. Now, they're on that sheet of paper. You can do it by the month, just like Chris said, 500 a month personal, 1,000 team sales, or you can do it cumulative. You guys see that? So say you get a little slow start or something and something happens. Cumulative just means for the quarter, you need to sell 1,575. And I know some of you have done that in a month, so I'm not too worried about the selling part. And then your team sales need to be 3,150 rather than
That includes over and above what you sell?
Yeah, your sales do not count for your team
Oh,
sales.
count for the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. And in my day, back when I promoted to my first leadership level, it was called team leader, and I had to have 3 people, like no matter what, and they had to be doing stuff. You guys could actually sponsor 1 person and they could do all that right there. Or you could sponsor 3 people. But I love the fact that it doesn't say you have to have 3 or 4. It just says the sales have to be this. Okay. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So some of the perks of promoting to this copper leader. To remind you, national conference, which we fondly call Party Palooza, you would earn for free. And that registration opens April 5th. And the registration for in-person, which I'm sure you'll all be there. I know you guys have gone before, and it's, as you know, it's in Minnesota at the Marriott.
Yeah.
It's gonna be $239. They did have to raise the price just a tish, but you will, when you promote to copper, that's free. So $239.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. If you're working towards the Disney trip or the incentive trip, you'll get 3,000 points because you'll promote to copper. Obviously, you're selling, you're going to be making money. When you're a copper leader on that same chart, you'll earn 3% commission on your first line team. So the people you sponsor are your first line, and you would earn 3%. So that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you're going to have more fun. It's fun to have team members. So those are some of the perks of promoting to copper leader. Okay, what to expect from this group? We are going to meet bi-weekly, and I will share like a little thing tomorrow morning. I'll have Jane put it together, my assistant. So every other Sunday at 8 o'clock from now till the end of June, we're going to meet. Now, I asked for you to do what you can to meet here in person. We will have a recording, but the energy and excitement is going to happen in person. So anyway, I'm going to pair you up with a goal buddy. I've already got that decided, and I'll share that in a minute. And then your goal buddy, you guys are going to support each other. I'm here to support you. If you need like weekly calls from me, we can do that. That's up to you. The expectations of this group is that you're going to be working your Tastefully Simple business probably a little bit more than you have been, but it's going to be fun. We're all going to get to know each other better, and you're going to reap the reward. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now life happens and nobody's going to be mad at each other, but I guess I would like to see you go, you know what? I'm going to work this business a little bit harder from now to the end of June. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my expectations of you. So your goal buddy. So the goal buddy, this other person that you're going to be partnered with, is I'd like for you, and I'm not going to micromanage this. You're going to help support each other and probably talk to each other maybe once a week to work on what our action plans are, or just to work on whatever. Maybe you're stuck on something, that's going to be your person to talk to. And that can mean a phone call, it can mean a Zoom, it can be private message, it can be texting. You guys can decide that. So your goal buddy is, so Alice and Chris, you two are goal buddies.
All right.
So that's awesome.
Cool, South Dakota girls. Because
Yeah.
I'm
There
from
you
South
go.
Dakota
I didn't
originally
even-
too.
I didn't even realize that. So you two are going to be connecting. Laura, it's you and Brianna Silverneck. You know Brianna, yep. And then Brianna Schneeberger and Katie Hip will be partnered together. Okay, and we can talk more about that at the end here if you have any questions about that. But here's my question for you right now, and I just want you to be honest. How do you think it will feel to you, Alice, Chris, and Laura, to work your business with more intent. How do you think it'll make you feel?
A lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, more confident.
Yeah. Anything else?
Um,
Well, as I see some progress, that, like Chris said, it's gonna give me confidence and it's going to make me more enthusiastic about doing the next thing. And it's gonna keep me going.
yeah, it's gonna keep me pumped.
Awesome. And I forgot to add as one of the perks, they always have a copper leader march, like when you get to walk up on stage.
Oh, they do?
As part of, you'll get a ribbon, you'll get recognized. So, I mean, that's super fun, right?
Sure.
That's all cool thing. Okay. Now, actually, this isn't taking me as long as I thought, which is really cool. So to move our business forward, you need activity, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can join the calls and you can talk to your goal buddy, but without being in front of people, whether it's on the computer or in person, you know, things just, I mean, you can do client care calls, but to really make things happen, you want some IPA, income producing activity. Now, that can be, we're going to focus really on parties, and that's in person or online. And if you're like, I don't do in person, then do online. If you're like, I don't do online, I do in person, that's not the point. You guys can decide what is your jam, and we're here to support each other, okay? Events are great, and if you want to organize freezer meal workshops, that's great too. And the freezer meal workshop would probably fall under a party. But I think knowing the 3 of you and actually the 6 of you, events are great, but I'm really going to encourage a party, either in person or online, okay? And freezer meal workshops are great too, but you're going to see better results with one of those 2 or both of them or whatever. So here's action plan number 1.
Okay.
And don't fall off your chair, okay? I would like you, and if you've already have this, I think perhaps Alice does, she might be off the hook, but I want you to book one party. Again, when I say party, it's in person or online. I want you to book one party before the end of March. Now, don't have a heart attack, but I know you saw my picture on the team page with Brittany Vickery. You know, she shadowed that party that I did. So my original host backed out, and I called this person. She was my sister-in-law, but she hadn't had a party in years. And I called her Monday at 11 a.m. for a party on Thursday night at 6 p.m.
Wow.
And she just closed her party tonight. It's $1,110.
Wow.
Well, you said it
So-
was like $700 before the end of the party that night, right?
Yeah. So is over $1,000. Now, is every party that way? Of course not. And I honestly, she had all the hosts, you know, I don't know if anybody's going to show up, but I said, you know what, Barb, your goal is to get 10 people. Now, I'll be honest with you, because it was Monday and it was Thursday, I did bring the host kit. I don't ever usually do that. I don't necessarily recommend it, but because the party was so close, she lives an hour from me to get her the party food. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to do that, you know, that's how it works. But you guys have 2 weeks. You have all this week and all next week. And if you want to do an online party and you want to, I know, Chris, you just saw one of mine. And that group party probably doesn't count, Chris.
No.
Okay.
No,
and that's
but
great
you
that
know,
you're doing this. Yeah.
What
but
I'm
it-
doing is I'm going to use that to help book
Oh,
something.
yeah, no, it's fantastic. So I just invite you guys to either do a self-hosted party, and you could do like a mystery host, or you can, you know, party at your house or at school or somewhere, or an online party. So does that make sense? So from now till the end of the month. And then on our next call, which is April 2nd, then what's going to be fun here is like, Chris, you're going to report what Alice did.
Oh, cool.
Alice, you're going to report what Chris did. So you guys have
Okay.
to talk to each other.
All right.
Okay. And that's going to be kind of fun to hear, you know,
Yeah.
so you're accountable to each other. And then Alice is going to say what Chris did. And Laura, you're going to say what, who did I put you with? Brianna. So, and I will follow up with the other 3 to make sure they're on board with everything. Okay, here's action number 2, and there's only 2. Book one party for the first part of April. So, for the first part of, yeah, I said, and that's really gonna probably be the first week because you've got Easter, but the first part of April. So if it has to be the week of the 10th, I'm totally fine with that. So you're gonna book a party online or in person these next 2 weeks, and then you're gonna book another party the first 2 weeks of April. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And one can be you, or you could find 2 friends or whatever. So any questions?
No.
Mm-mm.
And then you're gonna talk to your goal buddies. And are you guys all friends with each other on Facebook? Otherwise you could,
No.
okay. So I think the easiest way would just be to go into the Facebook group.
Mhm.
Or you know what? Well, Alice, are you and Chris friends on Facebook?
No, I don't
Here's
think
what I'll
so.
do. I will
Maybe we are.
I'll private message each group. Like there's 3 groups. I'll
Uh-huh.
private message and then you guys will see who's who and then you can friend each other. That'll be the easiest way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. And my goal is to keep these parties about 30 minutes. To keep these calls about 30 minutes because I know it's Sunday night and I totally get it. But we're going to talk 7 times. You're going to talk with your goal buddy. And then I know Alice and I talk, and Laura, we need to get back on the calendar. And I think Chris, if we're on the calendar, I'm happy to supplement. So whatever you'd like, okay?
Mhm.
All
Just
right.
added you, Alice.
What?
I just added you.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So you'll be getting a request from me. I
I
thought
see.
I'd done it, but I didn't think so. Well, you know,
Yeah. And the
I
other
have I've had a lot of people from Lead Strong show up that well, I don't know. When you get that invite thing on your Facebook, a lot of people
Yeah.
that were at Lead Strong actually show up on my page.
I think because we're all tagged in pictures together now, so it's like,
Oh,
okay, you're not
sure.
friends.
Sure.
Here's some people that you might want to.
yeah. And then make sure you guys, I mean, I still the old fashioned, paper calendar. You have Party Palooza on your calendar, Alice, Chris, and Laura.
I do.
Chris,
Actually,
do you?
I don't know.
So it's the 3rd, Laura, do you?
Do I?
Do you have it on your calendar?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you'll
Let me
be there.
grab it.
August 3 through 5.
Yep, August 3 through 5. So you want to
Yeah.
get that on your calendar.
Because I'm right here.
Oh, I
I'm like
do.
right
I
down the
do.
road.
I know,
You live
Laura,
really
yeah.
close.
That's so cool.
Even
And-
closer than the last time. Yeah, now.
Yeah, I do
Oh,
have
you
it on
moved.
there.
You moved, so you're closer now to Bloomington.
Yeah, I'm in Bloomington now.
Oh, you just said that. Yeah. Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, cool. Then you can either stay or go back and forth, whatever you want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to stay in the hotel, but yeah, at
'Cause
the
it is-
same time, it's like,
it is-
yeah,
it
it
is-
doesn't really pay.
It is fun though. You know what I mean? Just to
It
be
is fun.
in the Tastefully Simple bubble, I think is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have someone drop you off, so you don't have to pay for parking, or maybe one of us can pick you up or something, so you wouldn't have to pay for parking.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for parking last year either. It's just kind of sketchy some of the nights when we get out late.
Yeah.
I don't like to walk back
that's-
through by myself.
Yeah, that doesn't-
So that was the only thing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so just so you know though, so again, April 5th is when it opens up. When you promote to Copper, like I said, you'll get it for free, but what Tastefully Simple does is they reimburse you after. So you would still have to register for the
And
$239
pay for it. Yep.
and pay
Okay.
for it, and then they reimburse you after the conference. So just, you don't have to register April 5th, but you sure can, but just so you know, that's when it opens up.
All right.
So, okay, you guys, well, thanks again. We'll get the recording shared. I will share your goal buddies and feel free to reach out to your people. And so Alice, you and Chris, I don't have to reach out to the 2 of you. You got that figured out?
Yep.
And I'll put the action plans up and we'll move forward and we will convene again as a group in 2 weeks, which April 2nd.
Wow.
I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, it looks outside and it looks
First
like
day of spring.
it is. It looks
When
like
is it?
January.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Wonder if we'll have school.
Right.
I have not had a full week of school since January.
Wow. We
my
just had a
gosh.
full week last week and we're supposed to have a 4-day week because our spring break starts on Friday.
Oh,
What do you mean it
But
starts on Friday?
we got an extra day this year. So they took like, instead of
Oh.
having snow days, all of our, like if we have a school cancellation or snow, what would be a snow day, we just do an e-learning day. And so then
Oh,
they
okay.
took those 3 days and they added on to Christmas and spring break and something else. So we got the extra Friday for
Oh,
spring break before,
Wonderful.
and
Nice.
then a whole week of spring break still too.
Oh,
So
wow,
yeah.
that's great. And you're gonna go see your sister? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, well, we're celebrating birthdays. So my brother-in-law's birthday is on that Friday, the 24th, and then my mom and her twins' birthday are on the 27th. So yeah,
Oh,
that's the real reason, but also to go see my nephew and get snuggles and all the things.
Oh,
Yes.
very fun.
yes.
Well, I was gonna tease you, Laura. I said you can do the dips to dinner. Just put it in your luggage, you goofball.
Yeah, I could. I don't know if it'll get here in time now, but
Oh, you never ordered it, huh?
no.
Chris,
And I
put my
have the
phone
old
number in
one,
the chat.
but not that one.
What's that, Alice?
I could maybe ship it out there though. I thought
Yeah,
about
you
that.
should. You should. And then I bet your sister would be okay if you made one meal.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah,
you go.
or a couple. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, there you go. Do that right away, and it probably won't take that long.
Yeah, it doesn't. They say like 10 days or whatever, and it never takes that
It
long.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't take that long. Then you can participate.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you guys, good luck, and I can't wait to hear the victories on your action plans, and we'll be in touch.
All
Reach out
right.
to me if you have any questions, or go to the group, and we'll move forward.
All right.
All
Sounds good.
right. Have a great week.
All right.
You
Thank
too.
you.